And you've got some young people in the coalition here advocating for the arts. DC's considering possibly allowing 16-year-olds to vote in elections. Do you think the voting age should be lowered to 16?
I do. I haven't given it a lot of thought, except that it's obviously in all of our minds since the Parkland incident, and seeing how involved and how socially conscious those kids are. And in campaigning around the country in the last election, a lot of young people under the voting age were out working for their candidates, whoever they were. I think it's got to go side and side with civics. We have to put civics back in our education. So these kids are learning about the process of government and politics outside of school. Maybe in Parkland it's different, but we have to get civics back. And whenever anyone is qualified to vote, they should vote. They should vote. But we've got to teach our kids what the Constitution means, how the process of elections work, why gerrymandering is a problem. Get people involved in state, local politics, and understand the process and the differences between state, local, and federal authority. And purveyance. So the age doesn't matter to me. I mean, I've met 16-year-olds that are much smarter than me. And yeah, they should vote.
Do you think the voting age nationally should be lowered to 16 so 16-year-olds can get involved in the political process and cast a vote?
Yeah, right away, right off the bat, I was like, yes. And so then I had to take a moment to make sure. But yeah, I think so. It's great to get kids into all the great to get kids informed about all the topics and get started in speaking up and cashing in their vote or putting their vote forward. I think that's a great idea.
Some members of Congress have signaled they would consider it, support it. Do you think 16-year-olds should be able to vote in elections, like for president, for example?
A couple weeks ago, and I just really love what they're doing.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think that there are a lot of 16-year-olds that are probably well-informed and would love to vote, and I think that would be great, but I think there are also probably a lot of 16-year-olds that don't really know anything about politics, and, I don't know. It could go either way for me, I think.
I don't. I think that there are certainly a lot of 16-year-olds who would be perfectly capable of making a good decision at the ballot box. But I also think there are a lot of 16-year-olds. I mean, I think of myself when I was 16, and I was an unmitigated disaster. I couldn't have voted for a dog catcher. So, and I don't think that was because I was a bad person or not an intelligent person. I think it was because I was a teenage boy and I was crazy and my hormones were racing and I was not making any good decisions. So I would think 18 is just fine.
Reporting in Washington, I'm Nicholas Balassi.